Most of us, when asked how and where we want to die, answer simply, at home. Since opening its doors in 2004, Hospice of Southern Maine has made that possible for thousands of people. As the agency has grown, it has needed space, not for patients, but rather to expand and support the clinical teams that care for nearly 200 patients receiving hospice care across southern and western Maine.
As patients' needs have changed over the years, becoming more complex and requiring more resources, we've stepped forward to meet those needs. Prior to our founding, Maine ranked 49th in the nation for use of hospice care, and only 9% of people who were eligible for hospice were using it. Today, thanks to strong community support, a track record of exceptional care, and community education, Maine now ranks 16th in the nation, and hospice utilization has increased to nearly 51%.
In 2019, HSM cared for a record 1,800 patients, and in just the past 4 years, the number of patients we care for annually has increased by 20%.
We envision a future where we will continue to grow and where all people in southern Maine can access high-quality hospice care at end of life, and with the opportunity to die at home, pain-free, and with dignity. Because we were outgrowing the space we had been leasing, and we knew we needed to plan for the future, we launched a capital campaign in 2018 to raise funds for a new hospice center. This space was not designed for patient care, but as a home base for our growing home hospice team, who cared for patients receiving hospice care at home. We also knew we needed a more welcoming presence for the community to stop in to learn more, as well as for training, community education programs, and grief support.
For the past 17 years, Hospice of Southern Maine has been caring for people at the end of life, both at home and at the Gosnell Memorial Hospice House, its beautiful 18-bed inpatient facility in Scarborough. Many people associate Hospice of Southern Maine's care just with Gosnell, but in fact, 92% of their patients receive care at home. This new building was designed as a critical touchdown space for our home hospice nurses, aides, social workers, chaplains, etc. We cover a very large geographic footprint, 68 towns and islands in western and southern Maine. So our clinicians that are out there in the community making home visits use the new hospice center as a central location to stop in, make phone calls, document patient care, talk with others on their care team, gather up supplies, fill up their car boxes, and get back on the road.
Today, I'm excited to say that with the foresight and leadership of our board and generous support of our community, the new hospice center is complete. It was designed primarily with the home care clinical team in mind, providing a space for them to come together to coordinate every aspect of home hospice care. But it is much more than that, with lots of welcoming, comfortable space for the public as well. The capital campaign was a success too. We raised approximately $6.6 million, covering nearly all of the construction costs. This certainly wouldn't have been possible without the support of many, many generous donors.
An inviting lobby and reception provide a warm welcome to the building's visitors from the main entrance. The building's large community room allows Hospice of Southern Maine to hold interdisciplinary patient care and board meetings, and host a diverse community events and educational programs. The cafe and public patio connect all of these spaces, offering flexible space for working or events with access to the kitchen amenities and the outdoors. The Bereavement Suite has 4 comfortable meeting spaces to meet the needs for large grief support groups or smaller family or one-on-one counseling, services that Hospice of Southern Maine provides free of charge to anyone in the community, regardless of whether a loved one received hospice care or not. In the heart of the building, the Learning Suite and Simulation Lab provides a training area with a very sophisticated mannequin to ensure employees and volunteers receive state-of-the-art education and training in patient care. Throughout this project, Hospice of Southern Maine has been dedicated to sustainability and making a long-term commitment to the future of its community. Our board member, Annette Gosnell, was both the visionary and the catalyst behind our commitment to use 100% geothermal and solar energy for this nearly 15,000 square foot commercial project. We wanted to be a leader for sustainability and green building, and are really proud that the new Hospice Center is essentially a net zero energy building. And at times during the year, when there is excess solar power produced, it will be used to supplement electricity needs at Gosnell Memorial Hospice House.
Studies show that 80% of Americans wish to die in their own homes as comfortable and pain-free as possible.
With Maine's growing older population, we saw our number of home patients double in recent years. And Medicare enrollment is projected to increase by more than 50% over the next 15 years. It's become imperative for us to expand with this growing demand for care, and we couldn't be happier to make this move into this building that will support our programs as we move forward. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that the Hospice Center was constructed and completed during the COVID-19 pandemic. We've dedicated a sign in remembrance of the many people, both here and around the world, who were impacted during this unprecedented and extremely challenging time. Hospice of Southern Maine's Hospice Center at 390 US Route 1 in Scarborough opened its doors on July 24, 2020. We are humbled and forever grateful to all those who made this possible.